When I'm an owner-operator, I'm not tarping. I dropped my phone on my face yesterday, and my lip still hurts from it. Told the guy I'm here, peeked out the window, said, "You're in the right spot." I know. When there's a box here, I've also been here before, but there's a box. I go in the box. We're coming out of Denver for a mediocre rate. You know this. I'm gonna stop apologizing. I have to leave. Do I take cheap freight out of Denver? Don't fucking ask me that. Ugh. Honestly, it's fine. Like, this isn't the worst load that I've ever taken. So that's a plus. That's like the bare minimum to get out of Denver. Me not losing money. I call the number, you know, on truck stop, and it's just busy. It's busy. I'm spam calling this number, busy tone, every time. I think I called them probably like 8 times or something like that. And I was like, okay, we're done. Like, this load's been covered. It's been on the board for like 2 or 3 minutes at this point. And like I said, it's not shitty, so it's taken. And then I'm looking at the other loads, I'm refreshing it and everything. And then I see like it's still on the board. So I call back again, busy tone. And I was like, I'm gonna send an email. I'm just gonna be like cute with it. So I sent an email with what that was like the generic truck stop, and I typed on top of it and said, "Give it to me." And she called me and she gave me the load. Here's the load. Simple. I remember the load that I took from here. It was going to like New Mexico. This one's better. It's going to Texas, which honestly has its bad parts. It can be as bad as New Mexico, but we're going to Buffalo, which is central-ish, not Western Texas. That is New Mexico to me, which is basically how I look at Colorado too. Anywhere south of Colorado Springs is basically New Mexico. And anywhere north of like, I want to say like Loveland, honestly, like Berthoud is Wyoming. I just got bronze. Truck parking at this barbecue place. All I've had today is a protein shake and chips. And it's 5:30. I also woke up at 5. So that was like $25. I got 3 things. I got a sandwich and 2 sides. Nice life. I know how we all feel about containers. I feel the same way. I do. And I know that you think, well, if you feel that way, then like stop taking them. Okay, so I'll tell you the problem. My last load was far. So this is wet. So starting on a Thursday, and it was like 950 miles. I don't know how much I knocked out yesterday, but it was my full clock. It was like 10 hours, 30 minutes. Best I could do. Oh my God. So I finished that today, this morning. I got unloaded at 1. All of the other loads were about 2 hours away in Houston. 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. On Fridays, people like to go home early. So I was having a hard time finding a load that would allow me to be there after 3. Anyway, so basically, moral of the story is that it's better than nothing. Oh, also I was going to Florida. Okay, so one time on Reddit, I saw that somebody said that angled spots are meant to be nosed into, which honestly makes sense, especially when you go to like the quick trips and stuff. These ones, okay, not these ones, carry on, where you go through the fuel island and then there's only like 1 row of parking and it's all angled spots in like the wrong direction. So I nosed in these angled spots in TA. See if I can get out. You know what? I have the time. Only thing that sucks is like, you know, I'm backing out into God knows what. Jesus. 3 points of contact. Just to see people stop. Fine. Should I get out fun look. Plenty of room. It's enough. Also the fact that, you know, I'm shorter. It also makes you kind of like look like an idiot, which as a hotshot is, I'm already there, but I don't know. I do hate backing into angled spots. I used to be really, really bad at it. I'm better now. But yeah, angled spots really used to get me. I don't know why. So, well, there you go. In case you ever wondered, it is doable, though obviously not as easy as just pulling out. Also, like I was saying, those quick trips that only have 1 row parking, they only have 1 row parking, so nobody's on the other side. So those genuinely, though, actually are made to be nosed into. I do preventative maintenance. I got it, and I got this part too. And that's in there. And there's a whole bunch of sand down here. Not sure where the sand came from. Anyone who has a Ford knows that is such a pain in the ass. Okay, I don't make the rules. Everybody says, whatever, 10 pounds of shit in a 1 pound bag. So true. Oh my God. There is urine on the ground, not only at this fuel island, but at this pump. Okay, it's not like an obvious puddle, but I can smell it. And when I got back into my truck I had to call not flap or whatever. And when I was sitting there on the phone, I could still smell it, which makes me think that it's on my shoes. Stop fucking pissing on the ground, but especially stop pissing at the fucking fuel island. You're kidding me. It's 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. Over to be more on this side so he didn't have to be so, you know, like tight back there, but he didn't actually tell me where to go. One of those instances where they're just like, and speaking a different language, literally a different language. This is the office. No sign. My chains and binders out because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need them for this next load. I love these little United Rentals internal transfers because they always pay like a full rate, even if it's just like 1 or 2 pieces of equipment. Like literally what you saw, that was the whole load and it paid a full rate. I know that United Rentals is gonna be big enough for me to maneuver. I know it's gonna be clean. There's gonna be a bathroom. They're gonna be like professional. Like I'm not gonna be talking to anyone weird. You just know what you're gonna get. And I love that. It's really nice, especially like as a hotshot. Sometimes you deal with the weirdest people, the most unprofessional people. People have no idea what they're doing. They, you know, sometimes aren't shipping stuff regularly, so they're kind of just like, oh, we just have this random thing going out. We don't know how to load it. Like, we don't even know what we're doing. And it's just like part of the job, but it's really nice to just have something that's just like easy. All right, so now I'm gonna finish my 30, and then I have, it's about a 2-hour deadhead to Garden City, picking up some ISO tanks, whatever, I don't know. I feel like I've seen them before, I've never hauled them. So, like I said, that's why I kept my chains up, because I'm pretty sure I will be chaining them. So I just found out that this load sucks. I don't know, maybe it doesn't, maybe it won't. I was also like kind of in a little bit of a pinch. What is this? Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. The market that I was in, so I dropped off in Charleston, and a lot of it was a lot of tarp loads, okay? If you know anything, I don't have tarps. I don't tarp. I used to have a tarp. I tarped a couple low things, and then I tarped something that was 8 feet tall, and it was awful. It was horrible. The tarp kept flying off. I'm not very good at it, and so I threw the tarp away. Well, it ripped a hole in the tarp. It was this whole thing, so I don't tarp. And there are a lot of people who have a lot of like really strong opinions on me being a flatbedder who doesn't tarp, but I have been doing this for 2 years, and I have been making do not tarping. And most of the time I'm able to get a look, I got this load. Doesn't need to be tarped. Hold on, I have to help this guy put this other one on. Oh God. Oh no. I'm really tired of taking shitty loads. It's just fucking heavy. It's 16. I was saying that I don't tarp. Some people have a big problem with that, being a flatbedder who doesn't tarp. I've been doing this for 2 years. I take a lot of equipment. I take a lot of random stuff, I don't know, that goes outside, that is able to sit outside. I've been able to make it work. Even this, I was literally just going to say 99% of the time I can make it work, attributing to this like containers, ADS pipe, and apparently now ISO tanks, is me not making it work. However, this is exactly me making it work. This is making it work. Sure, you could say, oh yeah, but you know, you could have found a better, yes, I could have done a better load with tarps, but tarps are expensive. I don't know, like, where am I gonna put it? Tarps are heavy. Would I rather do a container than do the whole thing, like with tarping, the whole tarping charade? I think so, yeah, I think I would, actually. I'd rather take a container than have to tarp. And another thing, tarping is like one of those things that, like, if I was at a company, and like obviously they would probably like make me tarp because they don't care, like I'm just another like warm body who can like do things for them or whatever, so of course they would make me tarp. And you know what I would think whenever I'm tarping? When I'm an owner operator, I'm not fucking tarping. When I grow up, I'm living alone. I know that a majority of you will have my back because you support me. But, you know, I am preemptively becoming defensive over the people who I have encountered before who literally say, good luck being a flatbedder without tarping. Good luck being a flatbedder not tarping, or like whatever. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for wishing me luck. So far, my bills are paid. And I think that's like part of what it is. I don't think anyone like particularly enjoys tarping. And so when they see somebody like not tarping, it like makes them not like mad, but kind of like, you know, like, wait, like, but I have to tarp. Like, wait, what, you're not like tarping? You need to be miserable with me. You need to endure all of the hardships of flatbedding. The main one being tarping. And what I say to that is, yeah.
How long have you been doing this, man?
Like 2 years.
2 years? Mm-hmm. I just want to give you're doing the deal, okay? I was in my truck over here, and I was having to be on the phone, right? I said, man, I'm looking at a little girl over there. But yes, you're doing that thing. Listen, yeah, keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Okay. They're out, right? They're just kidding. Okay, so there's no wires showing, and to be honest, I don't think that it was really gonna do anything because I've been driving on it for a while. Yeah, I already knew it was there. And then like things were going well, you know. It wasn't doing anything weird. So I just kind of left it. Wasn't a good idea. And then I just like randomly started getting nervous about it. Figured I'd change it. Worried about it, like not worried it was gonna blow, worried for the DOT officer and me and my out of service. So this is jacked up on the axle, which means that it's gonna be a bitch to get this in here. I forgot all of my toiletries because the broker was rushing me, and now I'm a woman on the go. So, I'm nice to everybody, just in general. Say please and thank you. But I'm especially sweet to the black women in the South because I want to be called baby. I want to be called sugar, sweetheart. Like, I want that from them. And not only do I get that from them, but look at what else I get. I ordered 10 boneless whatevers. I've already eaten like 2 or 3 of these. And then this other flavor is clearly 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, there's one underneath there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's March 4th right now, which I don't know like what is happening now, like when I post this video. But last night, diesel just went up by like 30 or 40 cents. So you can swipe, you can like get your code 24 hours in advance, which means you can lock in a day's price if they predict that it's gonna go up the next day. And you can see that like on the app and everything. So I got my code yesterday when it was $3.46 for diesel. Today, it's $3.75 on the app. If you don't have the app, it's $3.89. So anyways, I just got 95 gallons of diesel at yesterday's price. And I'm pretty excited about it.
Alguien como tú sería capaz de buscar cosas imposibles de hallar, porque alguien como tú solo se puede encontrar una vez por
Q's pilot fucking sucks. Look at that. So I'm at a forwarding whatever place in Laredo. These things are going to Mexico, right? Let me show you. Pumps. Picked up in Tonawanda, outside of Buffalo, New York. A few things. So I'm here waiting because the broker said that they open at 8. They don't. They open at 9. And then also these are supposed to be HVAC units. They're not. So, you know, just classic broker. Doesn't know fucking shit. This truck is blue. I really go between, but like, this truck is blue. The truck is blue. For an hour and a half trying to find out who ordered these, because the energy plant that I'm in is just a bunch of contractors and the broker didn't give me a point of contact, and then the number they did give me was disconnected, and so now the security guard has just been calling around to all these different people saying, hey, did you order this? And everybody's like, no, I have no idea who you're talking about or what you're talking about. I don't want these steel plates. So now we just got into basically a department that's like, we'll just take them and then we'll figure it out later. Okay. This is honestly very common. Very common. So many times I'll get to a place and I'll be like, I have this from so-and-so, and they'll be like, I have no idea what that is, or who ordered that. Okay, well, it's yours now. Free steel plates, everybody. Just take them. You gotta leave, bud. No, seriously, you have to go. I'm sorry. Are you even alive? Alright, we'll just hang out there. Oh, it just left. I think it was a different one. So, I guess we're all turning right. This person's turning left. But this person thinks they need to wait. I don't know, I'm too hungry for this, to be honest. I'm 19 minutes away from the Petro. Y'all, I'm at the Loves trying to download footage to edit. This is what we're dealing with. Is trucking great yet? Are we having a great time yet? What's fuel? Where is it? There we go. That's great. Yeah, and before you guys say, oh, well, that's the sticker price, nobody actually pays that. On Mudflap, it's $5, so that's cool. He's coming. Sorry, I forgot my tripod. Oops. Is everything okay? It's probably fine. Okay, so it happened again. They sold this as a full load. They literally said it was 30 feet and like 16,000 pounds. Okay? I can't remember what the guy, I have to look at on the BOL. I'm pretty sure he said that it was only like 8,000 pounds, something like that. I told the guy, the forklift guy, I was like, why are these brokers so stupid? And he was like, they do it to all of them. Every time I give them a load, they tell the truck driver that's 40,000 pounds and I can't remember how many feet, but basically that it's a full truckload. And they don't tell them like what it actually is. Obviously that's like better than the opposite, where it ends up being like more, longer, heavier, whatever. I just checked the BOL, it's just under 8,000 pounds. And what's funny too is posting it at, I guess they posted it at 14 and a half. So posting it at a 14 knocks out all non-CDL Hotshots, which, I mean, it doesn't affect me. I'm not going to share my opinion on that because apparently it's a very controversial opinion, but are they paying more because it's a CDL Hotshot? Like sometimes they pay more, sometimes they don't. And for this, I think probably to get $2 a mile for a Hotshot out of Florida is, I mean, there's a reason why I booked it. Do they know that they're knocking out all non-CDL Hotshots by doing that? I don't know. Like, I seriously don't know what these brokers do and do not know, and what they just choose to not care about. I legitimately don't know how much they know about the trucking industry based on what I've seen.
Por alguien como tú,